The Indiana Fever are one step from the semifinals. This wasn't just another basketball game. It was a survival test. Call it what it really was. Gut check moment. Win and move on, or lose and go home. The Fever were battered by injuries all season. 6 players were sidelined. Officials' calls sparking frustration. The margin for error, 0. Could they really handle the pressure? In Game 3 of the WNBA playoffs against the Atlanta Dream, they answered. Kelsey Mitchell attacked late. Aliyah Boston battled in the paint. Lexie Hull made the defensive play of her life. Together, they pushed Indiana into the semifinals for the first time since 2015. And so the real question begins. Was this just one night of magic, or the start of a new era for the Fever? Fans, drop your pride and excitement for this team down in the comments. The emotion in that locker room was sky high. All season, the Fever carried themselves with confidence, even in the hardest moments. They leaned on each other, believed in each other, and refused to fold, no matter the situation. Win or lose, this team fought every single night. And Game 3 was no exception. Think about it, nearly 10 years without a playoff series win. That kind of drought doesn't just live on the stat sheet. It weighs on a team, a fan base, and every player who puts on that jersey. Back in 2015, Tamika Catchings was still the franchise star. Natasha Howard was just starting her career. Stephanie White was in her very first run as head coach. The league looked different, the game looked different, and the Fever's place in it was very different. Fast forward to now. This wasn't just about basketball. It was history staring them down again. Before the game, you could feel the desperation. Everyone knew what was at stake. Win or be eliminated. Urgency had to be there on every possession, every shot, every rebound. And then, add this. Caitlin Clark was out. Sophie Cunningham, sidelined. Sydney Colson, unavailable. Chloe Bibby, Ari McDonald, Damiris Dantas, all injured. That's a huge amount of experience and scoring gone. So here they were, short-handed, walking into Atlanta's home arena, where nearly 4,000 fans were ready to see their season end. Most outsiders didn't give Indiana a chance, but that low expectation became fuel. They had nothing to lose, so they fought. Now let's talk about Lexie Hull's defense. Early in the game, she played Ryan Howard straight up. Hands high, sliding back, not fouling. That was textbook defense. Still, memories of Game 1 were fresh. Phantom whistles, momentum-breaking calls, even a technical on their coach. The Fever felt robbed then, and they carried that anger right into Game 3. Pre-game interviews told the story. Kelsey Mitchell, calm and locked in. Aliyah Boston, soft-spoken but steady, ready for a battle down low. Atlanta had home court, had health, and had momentum. Indiana had frustration, injuries, and history on their backs. But instead of folding, they chose to fight. And that fight showed up everywhere. Kelsey Mitchell, she was the pulse. Dropped 24 points, 19 of them in the first half alone, keeping Indiana alive. Atlanta threw everything at her. Double teams, collapsing lanes. But she didn't stop. Even when the shots got tough, she added assists, blocked shots, and found ways to spark her teammates. Aliyah Boston, she was the anchor. Matched up with Bree Jones, she absorbed contact all night, but never lost composure. Her line, 14 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. But that doesn't capture how much she meant. Every rebound came in traffic. Every assist created life for her team. Every bucket in crunch time kept hope alive. Natasha Howard, hustle defined her night. Loose balls, second chances, extra possessions. She made them happen. Odyssey Sims, pure aggression. She attacked defenders head-on, racked up 16 points and 8 assists, and brought the calm leadership of a seasoned pro in a hostile gym. Brianna Turner, she held the defense together, contesting shots, reading plays, giving Indiana backbone when foul trouble hit. And Ariel Powers, energy off the bench. She dove for loose balls, pumped life into every possession, and raised the team's spirit with sheer hustle. Piece by piece, possession by possession, the Fever clawed back. Now we get to Lexie Hull again. For most of the game, she struggled offensively. Shots rimmed out, jumpers missed, Frustration built. But she never stopped playing defense. She never checked out. And in the final minute, she got her chance. Indiana trailed by a point. Kelsey Mitchell cut hard, scored on a layup off Boston's assist, making it a one-possession game. Atlanta struck back. Then the ball swung to Hull on Indiana's next trip. She rose, fired, and hit a huge three. The bench erupted. Suddenly, hope was alive again. Still, Atlanta had one more chance. Just 4 seconds left. Their season on the line. Everyone expected a clean inbound and a good shot. But Hull read the play perfectly. In one bold move, she lunged, stole the ball clean, and sealed the game. That steal wasn't just a defensive stop. It was the play that ended a 10-year playoff drought. The Fever were going to the semifinals. Odyssey Sims added a free throw, but the defining moment was Hull's steal. A player who had struggled to score all night delivered the play of the season. That moment summed up Indiana's entire year. No excuses, no matter the struggle. Even when you're down, even when nothing's falling, when your team needs you, you step up. The celebration was pure joy. A decade of waiting washed away in one night. Kelsey Mitchell hugged her teammates tight. Aliyah Boston cried, overwhelmed by history. Lexie Hull clutched the game ball, holding it like treasure. Veterans like Brianna Turner and Odyssey Sims, who had bounced from team to team, finally felt their fight validated. Even Caitlin Clark in street clothes was screaming on the bench, waving towels, posting afterward in all caps, "Fever Show." Injured or not, every player had fingerprints on this win. Head coach Stephanie White reminded them, "This is just step one. The Las Vegas Aces are next. Aja Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, and a championship roster with depth." Coach Becky Hammon even warned, "You haven't seen the real Aces yet. A best-of-5 series means no flukes, no shortcuts." Indiana knows they'll need even more grit to keep moving forward. But for tonight, the Fever earned something bigger than just advancing. They proved that toughness and belief can overcome 6 injuries, bad officiating, and 10 years of frustration. They proved that fighting can carry a franchise into history. Indiana Fever are back in the semifinals of the WNBA for the first time in 10 years. Fans, let us know in the comments how proud you are of this team. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment.